Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Silver Ninja, and we are going over the game Ant Legion. And in this video, we're going to experiment on the defenses. I'm not seeing that they're doing much, and I just want to try to see how much or how little they're actually doing. So I'm scouting this nest. It's a little distance away, but that's okay. It's just an unattached nest. It doesn't seem to be active. And so let's go take a look at our battle report here. And they have a level 3 toxic acid, sticky web, and yeah, you can kind of see what they have there. They do have a couple uncollected resources we can grab, but that's not our goal today. 188, so they have decent ants. Not very evolved, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is sticky web. So we're going to experiment here with haste, because they do travel faster and they have a lot of sticky webs. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if we go back to here and we go to the fortifications, this is what the sticky webs do. They have this much defense and this much attack. The thorny bush has a little bit less attack, but it's also T3. So if we were to look at a T3, one of these, they're roughly the same. They're exactly the same. So the type doesn't matter as far as like on troops. The attack is stronger on haste than it is on melee, etc. But you do want to know, this is where traps are produced to make good use of them and to withstand an enemy's assault. And let's see. You can see the trap cap and things like that. Fortification offers traps that are excellent against invading enemies. Upgrade it to increase trap cap and unlock more advanced traps. Okay. Now, oops. Battle report. I don't get much more information than that. I'll probably have to do some more scouting upgrades to try to get more information out of this. And if you want to know what that is, well, let's look at that real quick. So at next level, scout to reveal exact total of the target's reinforcement by unit type. But they're not showing any units at all, so that's irrelevant. The troops are out somewhere else hiding. So here's the entrance if you're trying to defend your own, and you do have guard info. And this only applies to your armies that are defending your nest at the time of attack. Okay, but that is not what we're testing right now. That could be another video if I find a nest with troops. So we're gonna go back to here, and we're gonna do some testing on the haste. So let's speed these up. And we'll go to T1, and we're just gonna do 100 of these, because we're just gonna test this at every tier. Well, we'll start with T1, and then we'll do a T9, and if there's any difference between those, then we'll come back and we'll do smaller tiers and see what we get. I'm just not seeing a lot of damage. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I'm not seeing a lot of damage being dealt or wounded when I'm attacking nests without troops. And just to make sure, we're going to heal all of this. This will be our check if there's anything missing from the report. If we take any damage, we'll have new healed soldiers. So let's go back to battle report. Scout, hit this little blue to get right to exactly where you want to be. And we're going to attack. Go to our T1. And we're going to send one T1 soldier. All right. All right, one ant caused it to be smoky. Let's go take a look at the report. And a victory. Okay, so look at that. So one ant, the defender. So you get a lot more information. So I actually had somebody do this to me once, where rather than send out a whole army, they just sent one so they could see what my boosts were. So there's a strategy for you. And you can see they don't have no boosts. They don't have any troops. But they do have traps. But look, no traps were wounded, no deaths to the traps, and my one soldier just walked right past them all. Okay. So let's do, maybe it's a flaw in it sending only one. So as soon as that gets back here in 30 seconds, we're going to go ahead and send 100 of them. And we'll see if maybe it's just a flaw with only sending one ant. All right, our march is back. Attack. We'll send all 100 and see if that makes a difference. And these are T1. These are the weakest you could have. So they should be decimated by traps of a level 22, especially a higher tier. All right, I'm going to pause this. All right, so now we have... Always hitting the wrong button there. So we sent 100. We got a few resources from it. But again, defender, wounders, survivors, death, all 100 has survived. Let's go into more detail. That's this little box up here in the corner. And entrance defense, 5,160 traps. None were lost, none were destroyed. Surviving, all of them. None of my troops were destroyed or wounded or anything from the traps. Okay. So the next step is, can we destroy their traps? Are their traps doing anything? So we're going to attack again. But this time, we're going to send... I still only want to send haste. So we'll do my strongest formation, but no ranged, so that we're only waiting 3 minutes. Get rid of the ranged. Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, even better. And we're just going to send that. We'll get what little resources they've got, which is uncollected resource tile resources. They don't really have much, as we learned from our original scout. And we'll see if, can we destroy their traps? They have no defenders. And can we destroy their traps? Now, maybe that's the indicator, right? Maybe they need, in order for the traps to activate, maybe you need at least one defender. I don't really have a way to test that here. So I'll scroll through my battle reports to the last conquest and see if any traps were destroyed on the, when I was attacking players before. All right. Smoking and off. Let's go check the report, battle report. I sent a very strong army. Took all their resources that they had on tiles. They have all their other ones protected, which is nice for them. And let's go get a detailed report here. So that strong army and no traps were wounded or destroyed. None of my army was wounded or destroyed. So are the traps really doing anything? Here's a report from Spore Meadow. Now, it's not showing you as much detail, but you can still see Defender had one army, and no traps were lost or destroyed. And I didn't have any casualties. I didn't have any wounded. And Rose Red had the one person they had defending. All right, here's a report from the last conquest when we attacked State 9. And this guy had a lot of troops. So let's go take a look into this report. Now he had a lot of lower tiers, so he needs to, it was a smaller nest, but you should still promote your troops. You're going to lose regardless, but promote your troops. You shouldn't have any T1s if you're anything above that. But traps lost. Oh, here we go. So we actually lost some traps on this one. So I wonder what the difference is. And I did get 29 wounded. That's probably from their troops. Here is another T9. Okay, they actually... Nope. Traps. Never mind. I read that wrong. So 1,200 traps. None were lost or destroyed. Let's see. Anyone else on State 9 here that may have had defenders? Nobody wounded, so we know traps did nothing there. Just going through here, assuming that maybe they need some scouting. Okay, I'm going to pause. All right, well, here's one that's the other way around. Here's one where one of their state protectors came by and did me some hurt. And so we can see that I lost a lot. Actually, I think I had to burn a few days of healings. But let's look at how mine did. I have 93,000 traps. Not one was lost or destroyed. And you can see none were wounded, none were destroyed. So what's the point of a trap having an attack and a defense if it's not going to, you know, do anything? It just came straight for my troops. It didn't help my troops at all, as far as I could tell. Otherwise, their defense and HP would have been depleted. All right, here's another nearby nest that I found. Has a lot of good traps, and no, they got their a lot of resources protected, which is great for them. But we're gonna do an attack to see if their stronger traps might do something. All right, so let's just do strongest formation because I just want. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I want to do just 100. You know what? Let's go back to this one. Let's just do 100 of these guys. And we'll do 20 of these and 20 of these to see if there's any difference. Okay, that's going to be a couple minutes. 4 minutes. So I'm going to pause this. All right, the report is back. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, we did minimal damage, but that was expected. But all 140 survived. And they're all level 1. This guy has plenty of boosts. Even damage bonus. And no casualties. No wounded. And the traps did nothing and took no damage. So the pretty much traps are just currently being bypassed. Hopefully they'll fix that in an update. Unless anybody else knows why they're not working. These are not small nests. This is a level 25 nest. So it's up there. And it should be working. Sometimes I water people I attack. I'm missing the army gene. A lot of people are missing that. I bet you... Nope, got all the cells in though. Totems? Yep, got totems. Just missing those army genes. Get all the boosts you can, guys. Alright. And what was the... Oh, 51 CP. Yeah, so I don't see any reason why these traps shouldn't work. Especially at level 25. You should have all the prerequisites if there are any. So if anybody knows why that's not working or has it in with the developers, say, what's the point of traps if they don't do nothing? They don't take damage, so they don't buffer from being attacked. They don't do damage. So, again, they don't help with anyone that's attacking you. They just claim they do. At least as far as I can tell. If I'm missing something, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, I'm gonna end this video here, and you have a great day. And thanks for watching. Oops, I'm not gonna scout that. We're gonna just take everything you got. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Remember to keep it fun.